Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again, man. And breaking news, man. Breaking news. Kind of already figured this was going to happen, though. Dan Quinn is now the coach of the Washington Commodores. Commodes. Commanders. Yeah. Dan Quinn left us. Him gone. He gone with them Commanders. Now, I know some of you fans out there are happy about this, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, right? Now, on that end, I don't know why he would take that job, because if the Commanders don't, get better, he going to be fired again in 2 years anyway. So, were you just that pressed to get a head coaching job? And to me, my opinion, I think Dan Quinn is a much better defensive coordinator than he is a head coach. We seen what happened when he was with the Falcons when they had that blunder in the Super Bowl. I just think he's a better coordinator than he is a head coach. I love Dan Quinn. I think he's a great guy. Just like with any other coach, they can be a little bit stubborn sometimes, like in that Packers game. You got to learn from your mistakes, right? And clearly, that last game of the season for us didn't matter for coaches, because coaches and players see Dan Quinn different than some of the fan base does. I know, like I said, a lot of the fan base is upset that he's now gone, but I don't feel that way. I'm going to tell you why. Because 2 reasons. Joe Witt and Al Harris. Both of them said that if Dan Quinn leaves, they're going to go with him. Now that he's going to be a head coach and not a coordinator, I don't know, if they got room for their staff over there. I don't know. There's no word on Joe Witten and Al Harris on what they're going to do. We don't know what we're going to do, because now that he's leaving and this news is coming out later, all the good coaches are hot. The only coach out there right now that I would like for them to get defensive coordinator wise is probably Mike Vrabel. Now, I was just on the phone with DMV. I just got off the phone with DMV. Shout out to DMV. He was telling me that Mike Vrabel will be a good defensive coordinator. I don't know much about Mike Vrabel. I haven't followed him much. I know that he was the formerly the Titans head coach, and we talked about that. Why would the Titans get rid of him? I think Mike Vrabel was a good coach for them. Now, as far as a defensive coordinator, if he could come in here and, rile these guys up a Dan Campbell type of guy, just with better game management than Dan Campbell, because we know Dan Campbell just be calling just random stuff. But that's what messed them up in the playoffs too. But you got to be smart about it. You could be aggressive, but you got to be smart aggressive. Now, I would take Mike Vrabel, but if the Dallas Cowboys hire some goddamn Ron Rivera, I'm gonna be mad, because Ron Rivera, like DMV said, Ron Rivera was a good coach 10 years ago. He ain't that no more. You know what I mean? I look at him like Bill Belichick. Your days are over. I would think that Ron should retire. That he had cancer and stuff like that. Go home, go take care of your family. You made your money. Take care of your family, retire. Take care of your health. You know what I mean? Because coaches, that's a hard job. You're never at home. But I just look at it like this. I don't want Ron Rivera. I just don't think that's going to be a good look for the type of players that we have. Mike Vrabel, okay. But we're probably going to lose Al Harris. And that's the biggest thing about losing Dan Quinn. And the fact that Dan Quinn built this defense for him. You get a new defensive coordinator. This is what the fans are not thinking about. How does that affect the players? When you bring in a new coordinator, now you have to adhere to that coordinator's style of scheme or how he wants his players to be. Dan Quinn likes long, linky type of corners. What if the coach come in and don't like those type of corners? Then what we have does not match with what that coordinator is trying to do. So that's going to be an issue. So for everybody that wanted Dan Quinn out of here, understand that there's more to it than just that. Because when you lose a defensive coordinator, you're back at square one. Our defense is probably going to suck again. Because unless the Cowboys do their due diligence, unless this damn front office does the right thing and bring in the right coach that they can take what we have and make it better. If you can't take what we have and make it better, it was a waste. Dan Quinn could have just stayed. But I always caution fans to think about things before they jump off and be like, oh, get out of here. We don't want this coach no more. And I'm just like, let's not think let's think rationally here. Let's pump the brakes a little bit on that. I understand the fans are upset. I understand the fans are just trying to find something to cling to when it comes to trying to make things better. But us content creators, let us try to figure that out, right? Y'all relax. Fan base, relax. Y'all just chill. We got this. We'll give y'all some logic, and then we'll put it in your ear so you can kind of let that jog through your memory, and then formulate an opinion on that. If I could bring a different perspective on my channel, which is what I always try to do, that's my goal. If I get y'all to see a different way. But I'm just saying, I don't see it. I don't look at Dan Quinn leaving being a great thing. Like I said, unless I'll even exchange. If you bring in Mike Vrabel, maybe I'll shut up. But right now, I don't know. Because if you lose Al Harris and Joe Witt too, that might not be good for you. I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, it's definitely going to affect the players on defense, and it might set us back depending on who we get in there. Because, like I said, if they can't take what Dan Quinn had and make it better, then all this is going to be for naught. And I know that a lot of fans are mad because teams in the division making moves. Like the Eagles made moves. They got Kellen Moore, which, is going to be interesting because Kellen Moore going to try to play us hard. And then, they got Vic Fangio as the defensive coordinator, and he definitely knows how to play this team. But, I don't know. If we can get a coordinator in here to counteract that, then we'll be good. But we just got to figure out going forward what makes sense. And I just hope that this Cowboys front office makes the right moves in this offseason. But we'll just wait and see. But for now, let me know what you guys think in the comment box about Dan Quinn going to the Commanders and us not having him no more. And remember what I said. Scheme is everything. And you know how our guys are ball hawks in that secondary? That's all Al Harris in it. If you lose that, I don't think our defense is going to be like that next year. And we got a hard schedule next year, so we might not even make the playoffs next year if that's not worked out. But it is what it is. Like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comment box. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy YouTube Blue, always keeping it real. Peace out.